Okay, welcome. Once you have filmed your footage, you'll want to transcode it so you can then edit the footage in Final Cut Pro. To do this, you use a piece of software called MPEG Streamclip, brilliant little bit of software that works perfectly to transcode footage from one kind of file format to another and kind of changes codecs and stuff like that. But I'll just show you how to use it. So you might find it on your dock. If not, don't worry, just go up to your little spotlight and search MPEG, and MPEG Streamclip will come up at the top. Easy to find. So if you click that, this is the kind of main little interface. Reasonably easy to use once you've used it a few times. You can do one file at a time if you've only got one video file, but if you've got multiple video files, you're going to want to do them all in to batch them, basically to speed up the process. So if we go to List and then Batch List, which is also shortcut Command B, if we just click that, you'll be greeted with your little batch list. Here you can add files, which you can do by clicking Add Files here, or you can go to your folder and drag them in, which is what I'll do. So normally your footage would be stored on your P drive, and I've just put some on my desktop for now. So this will be the kind of folder and structure you'll look at for your videos. But in Final Cut, I'm going to go to footage, and here's my original clips direct from SD card. So if I highlight all them and drag them in, you'll then see that there's another prompt. So it's asking you to choose a task. So we want to export to QuickTime. So I don't want to change that. Make sure all of these are not ticked, and then click OK. You're then going to want to choose the folder where you want to save them. So again, this should be with the rest of your footage, but maybe in a different folder called Transcoded, for example. So again, I'll go to this desktop where I saved my footage originally. I go to Final Cut, and again, you'll see my original footage is there. I now want this in my Transcoded folder. So I select that. Now this is where you actually adjust your settings. So this is the bit where you're going to need to pay most attention. Again, once you've done it a couple of times, you'll remember it. So first, compression type, we want to scroll all the way to the top now, and you want Apple ProRes 422. So this is just the codec within the video, which basically Final Cut Pro likes. It doesn't really like the codec that the camera uses, which is H.264, but not to get bogged down with that. Right, so quality you want to keep 100% so it doesn't lose any quality. Frame rate is obviously 25 because we're in England and we shoot 25 frames per second. You don't want to crop the footage or anything, so you just want to leave it at 1920 1080 unscaled, and you want to declick interlace scaling. Everything else you want to leave alone. So just to go over that again, that was compression, Apple ProRes 422, quality up to 100, frame rate 25, frame size is 1920 1080 unscaled. You only want to use video in this. If you filmed some video and taken some photos and you just drag it all in there, it won't come up like this. It will probably come up with some other obscure frame size because it will be trying to work out the size of your images as well as your video. So make sure you take any photos out before you throw it into MPEG Streamclip, and just add the video to MPEG Streamclip to transcode it. So 1920 1080. And then we are good to hit to batch. You'll then see it's lined them all up and it says status is waiting. Once you're happy with that, you can just hit go, and you'll notice in the top corner it then starts preparing it and transcoding it. This may take a little while, but we'll see. I'll just cut to the end of the video to save you sitting watching these transcode. Yeah, so once you've done that, you'll notice it all says completed. If you go to your folder where you chose to save these files, you'll notice in the transcoded folder they are now there. All my clips are now there. These are ready to now throw into Final Cut, and they should work perfectly on your timeline.